lamas to come. So as per the traditions, we have to follow lamas. Whatever you say is a traditional way of inviting the lamas for performing puja. So our retreat will begin with inaugural program performed by lamas are coming. You can bow down.
Jiwon dewe galo jiwa lo na me ba la da me na die den ba san je chum den de pe ja wa cha ja tu ba la cha ya su je wo e kan zi ka ni zo wa je dan ze sa je de la ko ma den bo ne ka ne ji den de na cho je zong de ze ge wa je la cha e za 南大公爱着的慈善话，一切家族在结论不着。查完这件事那拉面吧，我不见你就来查一次。村中的马前面的白些，山上找我就来查一次。对着检查是否出马去，娘们进去就来查一次。 我不都是前天把当街前边的马步，上那有点就是些的先是来拆子，大卫多少这外就给别俺说来出去，几多等到去就把些就是来拆子，这那这边那样的老板大老早的呢。 情愿他妈有点点跟着老呀吵一吵，对我这样没下心，给我不做错不去，让给生命永存的，年年上街的蚂蚁，搞嘛啥子嘛没当，就没事我就不当。 你来落单真的不？对这只能对的多，所难的他们这是我。可问多呢，今夜找对的，高档那档些月老者，是别做了这。 这我说也上地知道，做起这难来，长久不多的你叫做些，大概真是几别做难节，这老本节上节周不就。 做起这难来，长久不多的你叫做些，大概真是几别做难节。 罗拉本就上街周不就上街知道，做街就能来，长久不多的你叫做些，大概真是几别做难节，罗拉本就上。 这个就参加当街的外当地别就当的马就去参加当街东东给就当。 就是真是当些东没别的，我当没这我就是真是当些你的桥当你当着，我牛老那我就是真是当些的我当的别就当的我就，真是当些东给就当这我就。 真是当些东没别的，我当没这我就。 真是当些你的桥当你当着，我牛老那我就这，真是当些的我当的别就当的我就，真是当些东给就当着我就，真是当些东没别的我当没这我就。 你的桥当你当这别当牛。 你我就这所些北京就是民族长，日照2000年的肩膀的，3年前都没得陪我也。 这个那么大现在这个就一当各种人那么着，搞你要的要没有，搞的要老结我你要多个你多个就是碰着就是，去年就我跟你老三着，在大街外面的写书。 天要那个现在本着的就是老马给别中国， cha ta lu de be so na xin ju de ten bo ji ji ge jia ju su xie zha chen wen zhe be do zhe de ge zai na be jian ju le xie ta be be ji la mo yin zi be gu tong de zhen be tong de la jia ye wu ji ye na zuo men doi dan ji xian de be na zuo ji jia I shall ye zhe zhe zhen jia sun de so nai chen zhe xie lai zhe ba kan xie tu me tu ne sa ba ye lun a yi su me ge zhi jie jia ba du mo sun jie me ten zhe yin ne jie ba ta be so si yi me ten de man de zhu la zi qi jie ban be ta zhe ten ye gu mu ji jie la qian zi ba lai ta zhe san ba ta be yi zha ji zi la mai ta ma jie na ji zhi gu ka la jian zi zhen zhi qi dai san be du zhen zi ma la sa jie qi jie qia wa a du ta ge qi nie sa be ge wa yin di ten na yin zhe wa kun lai kan be qi wo ji zi la san yin zha ba yin ten be ning bo zhen duo sa xie mi mi zi be de jian jian zhi zi zhi mi jian be wang bo yi jian be de bo yi ma de zhong zi san wei da kan jian ge wei zu jian zong ge lao san yin zha be xia lai si ba yin de ban de zi wei la ma rin bo ga be me de zhe la ga jian jian be gu ne jie zun ge zun zi jie wu zhi zi du zi zi lai gun zi jie wa zong ge te zhe jin ye wu zun zi wei de jia wei nga wei lan san de ye ge jie zan yin zi wai ma ju ji jie zi la ma yi lo san yin zha ba我个年呢是外的别的，关键看多去别心就，老是年说今年多，今年是到去年的那都是些我米心个。大概马路的大爷大姐，那路上俺也单位下去，让我这边马来的大概要我当街一见我说，今个对你路上的吧，要我滚来差不多车子。对这的那一对你上街，那上街世界为你修过。他大去也那么的我当街叫我大给看我，他大我把没事叫做那人家养来叫做那鬼，叫我跟你用的啥子钱的我一些我当街大给，面对当白真我当白当新年难带就白对就。我们这段的别当白人家白的在哪里去白，那是当白能来提出当去买不买只来娘白，可别结白不别出关的家白的在哪里去白。去白看来那面家去白的在家白当去来呀。让不起来，特别多大给叫外国来唱这去吧。我在西单的莫忘给那对待我带的钱一节，对我他给给我姐姐我的对当姐大给说说，求求叫我滚到上街是让家难打落单没了。如我关键是那看那样的在关键就是大爷，看那去经济电子买的讲究人买上街马家，我买的对大给当街那个来了那没别个我。因恩的感谢的来，如我滚来北京的。我心也对你求吧，让大给的莫让就死我，强制我在去见小我当接受一道归谢死我，给我种子大给接受。我也长久进步，我们 he dharma he du pawa ye tunde shen tata gada he bada tega zan yun lo de iwa wadi maa sharma na ye so Om he dharma he du pawa ye tunde shen tata gada he bada tega zan yun lo de iwa wadi maa sharma na ye so wa Om he dharma he du pawa ye tunde shen tata gada he bada tega zan yun lo de iwa wadi 我什么那一说，我出就那学位上阶段，长久生活当街到老公司，其实能给到当年位，甚至节看那面那位，年爱的对位，少老嘛小姐把都叫我那年爱来面的我等不了就是。给到的呀，古松多的对啊，你能老少当秋当买到弄个那把马西我，但是都甚至节等把都买完自己等把就。 等我兄弟讲到当三界当街了，吃当头我给我这马里我在我们苏北的上班这一说，我一去就那去月三界当讲究三八当街到老公司，其实能给到当年为深圳节看那面那边年爱的那边少老嘛小姐。 叫我那年爱的面的话，等不就是吃着都要古松都去等等那老少当秋当买当弄个那把马，但是都深圳节等不都买帮自己等不了就是等不兄弟，到当深圳当街老吃当头毛给我这马里我在我们苏北的上班这一说，我就那学位上街当长久生活当街到老公司。 其实那个到当年月深圳节看那面那位年二的那位少老嘛小姐，叫我那年二的面的吧，但不就是接着都要古松都去等的，少了就到买到弄个那把马西吧，但是都深圳节等吧都买不这些，但不就是但不兄弟讲到当深圳的。 我这马里我这都是我们苏北的上班这一说，我朋友找我，我世界这我找，记得从前我不这么说嘛，上街白马大马见的见我，天天记得给我扎西当波，我对年我等没吃了没有我，记得是那扎西拉大没吃我。 去接他们，结果能来谢谢我，天天就等给我找些你我，跟着他们全天都为找些就，每当老马迎接这边呢，去接知道我是些当白姐姐。 天天就等给我找些送吧，我也常当老我送没吃了当，偏在老爷找些你觉得。 得了上把一线就瓦当，其实那们的见的么就一等把上街南街找些就，就把他们街南街找些就，等把跟的南街找些就，叫们的工作是找些就，你们得了穿得了，你们苦养得了些，人生大做得了。 工作送节扎些就，江北多节阿拉王家节，老者碰上一线多节，天天节前日子这位，花就家那白木绝望不。 La da la me je ben je sha je pe ma la de ne pong wa gun la zhe ma yum la cha ze lo o men je ze ma pa ma zhe ma la cha zhe 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 ma ni ma pa ma zhe de ge zhe la da da ma zhe zong ge zhe zhe xie ji ge zhe zhe wa la ni jiu ma zhe de dong ye da gu ka ji ni zhe bi xie ma ge ma dong da zi wa na ji da de jie wa ran ba ma cha song ge ne jie jie pe me zhe ne na wa ji 一毛钱的高的些我，一毛钱的些年嘛，这真是个主多，大爷那把给嘛些嘛，马里巴的钱嘛多呗，一把些些的，现在都在了，我一个都是觉得那个干嘛，一点都没下去呢，我们过完年嘛，现在今年没吃吧，弄那到往就去嘛，就我这乱就在那。 저도 배지 오래 좋아하던 저뭐 이제 회사에 내는데 봐봐 주보신도 마마 저들의 지고 전부 뒤보 넣어줘 최전에 드는데 저와도 저마에서 마차고서 저지 스마도가 나와지 말이지 걸로 제메 당해와지서나 좀마 저라도 가와 집에 우jen어지 저와배 저로 저도다라에 드던지는 먼저 제마 저서서 저서 나 다지고 원원이 마 조요 이게 我当年那么这么一直那的我见，就我那些现在妈妈真的我把妹，我觉得我这么一直搞外头妹，到八月这我呢，也讲因公可能搞了搞也这一帮年那么久嘛，现在事情我了查给，也那些吃也多，甚至的一个我的我都没那那干嘛，现在他们干嘛些嘛，年的这呢。 我的妈是过那个了搞也这类那干嘛？一个这边俺那个别的帮那这么你嘛，至少都是讲那到呗，我们那把是我你，我们到没接，人说那有我你嘛，就是来一次那没，至少到一次那嘛，当然你这边我们的帮那什么，就是来一次那接我，拉面接的嘛，过那个这个接，是没那个是，这你们到见没见不到的是嘛？你知道哪也现在找不人的是。 저 대소로 그베 제도다 야나데 마도로 로노지 소나 정어들의 라제니 소응에 되번데 처즈와니니 주자이지 제준 점된데 마 두제제 나단다에 심전다비 팀예 장제 초니 뉴스네 로베 산제도와 제도서 대마도제 철학군도 바다미에 대와 저도네 담제 제마 주와 제와 라바제 등의 제다나라 되메 제와 주와 나소다 没拉俺的车马俺吧，这话就是你我这话那女的些些没我这都是一天来年的话。 我当培训结尾的那么里我帮我人家做我这都是做了这些当些陪我当大队见到小交通我多年等到江山人不接阳光大大培训叫我子也未经过上学高啊，白我到没见到这来接那我他也结尾我说，弄得我要打给他多少打给吃了我那只为了对上三年过年这了。 我家小几少年女些嘛，允许200南北大些学，家用着嘛结果钱，考到国际车当香港当，这些成就上没见到我，但那可能大数据我，就来对这说话特别的，大数看到那边撒娇的，那当日本他这些，去当这些别玩这都是强制活动，去见下活动，这所以让更接受，给我军事大概介绍。 他们接受为讲究钱么？我莫让老为也为带么老亏为那就做接受，咱就俺们就把嘛哩，确实的没在那解决。
now you all have long way. Ritvik, importance is for the sound. Is the legacies of carrying forward sacred sounds. Voices change, but sounds will not change. The octave of the sound will not change. They are the keepers of that particular frequency of the sound. Wherever you go, in entire Tibetan terrain, whichever the monastery, whichever the temple you go, it is authentic or not, only by knowing the sound. Sound only tells. What protects is the sound. These are the sacred souls. These are the sacrificed souls for the sacred purpose to become a sacred one. For us to come to this terrain, how difficult it is. What is life like here? You look at them. For them it is a day-to-day life. And if you really look into their facilities, you look into their food or anything, I don't think that would have any taste or would think about any standard or any comfort or anything. But with the sound they swing, they sway, the sound they attain, the zero resistance. They practice vairagya since they are born, simplicity in them. That what keeps them energized, that what keeps them tuned to this terrain. And for the purpose of this terrain, if these are called temples of cooling, removing the heat, achieving a superfluid state, because these are the sacred souls that keep those sacred secrets in utter simplicity, and they maintain the sacredness of these temples. You can see how the modern world, as you travel along, how they are taking away their sacredness. But you can also see with what purpose we have traveled, with what purpose we have tuned, with whom we are tuning. What is the purpose of this sacredness, of these temples? The thousands of years of legacies that carry forward. Who are truly keeping? Who are the true keepers of sacredness of these natural temples? Under the utmost difficult terrain, terrific weather conditions, all that they endured for more than 1,000 years. We walk into that monastery yesterday because there's a way to tune into this place, to respect. You must have seen why it is so sacred, why we choose this place, or you ask anyone in Himachal, the district administration or anyone, only those who know the history, legacy, heritage will appreciate our purpose of choosing this particular place for meditation. There are 23 stupas in this, 23 stupas. Before even a monastery constructed, if the monastery is constructed 1,000 years ago, there are 23 stupas already formed before construction of. What is stupa? When you visited that monastery, you must have visited the temple, but behind the temple, seen those stupas standing naked, without any protection. If you examine carefully, like in the olden days, you will find a hut, a traditional mud hut, which people live in Himalayas, with a wooden covered roof. That stupa you observe, from the ground floor, the wall above, 1 meter above, you will see the roof of that wood, and then on the top you will see the first level of dome, second level of dome, third level of the dome. Some of them have 3 domes, some of them have 4 domes, one of them have 8 levels. There's a huge difference when you visit structure. Knowing and when you visit is different. The respect you have that for that place is different. Otherwise you would see like anyone, just come there and just sit for them, sit in front of some structure, and is all for them the purpose. Selfish purpose, for the selfish. But for the purpose which we tune, what are the 23 stupas? The way while you came here, or one day you will visit a place where you will see a monk sitting in a position entered into the samadhi. Yesterday, while we were coming, though it was late, I did not miss visiting our family, and we first paid respects and prostration to that Tundum practice, those who kept up the practice of strict samadhi. With that sound, now having practiced 30 years, 40 years, each one of them, the moment they catch hold of the sound, you can see they disconnect from this world. Their bodies swing in that vibration. It is not they are suffering from obsessive compulsive disorder and they are enjoying some delusion. There is a huge difference between their practice of vairagya, respect of the vairagya, vairagya out of respect, a vairagya out of indulgence. There is a huge difference. We also see our people swing like that. That is in utter indulgence or obsession. The sounds in which they swing is not for them. They slowly practice one among them to the level that where like you find one of those top caves, where one among the roofs of the cave, so one stupa constructed. That was the latest 15, 20 years back. One of the monk from one of the villager who became a monk and entered into the Tumtham. Villagers noticed much later. Only when he entered, after many years, when they saw him live. But the moment they opened, the time has come to an extinction. So he left the body. And the family here and the villagers have constructed. It's just 15, 20 years ago. Still, there are the practitioners of strict legacies unknown to the world. Still, they are the people enter into the Tumdum practice, enter into the Samadhi. This place is known attaining the meditation. We observe from Nako, before Nako, Monastery, that's on your way. These are all contemporary. Contemporary means around 1,000 years ago constructed, same time. The stupas, each one of them will have those, either they will have the relics or they will have those mummies inside. We shouldn't say mummy. It is a bad word to use, called samadhi. Mummy's purpose is to preserve the body, protected by the evil spirits. One day to arise the evil is to consume. That's called a mummy. The purpose of the definition of the mummies is different. Sometimes you read here because for us to understand, so easy word is a negative word. We should never use that word. But what to do in English? There is no alternate word. Jivan's mukti, Jivan muktaha. By living itself in this body, they enter into state. So Jiva samadhi, they enter into the samadhi. It's very rare. So in Tibetan terrain, in one terrain you have 23 samadhis. How sacred the place is. Only this is the monastery. Contains 23 stupas. That's why Dalai Lama respects this. When you walk into those, the 1,000 Buddhas painted 1,000 years ago. And each one of those Buddhas have different mudras. None of them are the replicas of each other. What are the 1,000? For the 1,000 emotions they conquered. You will see 8 kinds of the bodhisattvas in each temple you walked in. In the main temple when you visited, you will see all the bodhisattvas in different mudras. That's how a final Buddha accomplishes the Buddhahood after conquering. The title of for being a teacher, for being a lama, for being a guru. So all those emotions are required to conquer the world of entrance. We'll see a Buddha of titiksha. So one Buddha like this mudra, angry. One Buddha of compassion, bodhisattva, compassion, all the emotions. These are the qualities for us expect from a lama. For us to be tamed, for us to be trained, for us to be attained that sambodhiyana. Every mudra in yoga comes from this 1,000-hand mudra. There is scriptures library on our website. You find a traditional Tibetan book explains about the mudras, hand mudras, 1,008 mudras. That book is for us to learn each one of them, lifetime. Meticulousness of the paint, color, the design. It's not there as they think they can paint. All their education, whole life, all their dedication of a lama in learning, a lama in the making goes into it. Why? How? After so many years of all that learning, all that hard work, meticulousness of learning, they grow in respect to the tradition. They grow in humility, they grow in respect, they grow in compassion. Their life itself is an example. Their family sacrifice, their life in joy and simplicity for the villagers, for their respect for their gurus. I don't think anywhere in the world you will find. Truly, if you want to know about the traditions, keepers of it, to be blessed by them, to be given this place, knowingly that we represent a yoga tradition. Do you think any yoga tradition in the world will give chance for them? Give a chance for any Buddhist to meditate? I'm asking. No one in the world, 1,000 years of heritage that a monastery has will allow yoga tradition to conduct its meditation, its own campus. They have their own ways of gauging, but much more we need to appreciate what they have given us, how they have accommodated us, how closely they embraced us. That shows volumes of their practice, their generosity, humility. So in the days of having no gratitude or humility, so these are the standing testimony, height of a human greatness of generosity, accommodating the human spirit of a union or a connectedness or a collective, which we try to inculcate in our teachings. Yoga as a union, connectedness, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, region. We represent all the religions, we represent all the cultures. Our purpose of coming here to become a good human, better human, for which our DNA is, which are the places that represent. This place given to us represents this. They understand. It's not that they understand the purpose. They know who is what. Whether it is a selfless tradition. Tradition also there. Understanding that your lunch sacrifice of lunch in time is worth. Himalayas decide once you step into Himalayas. They make you to do what you are supposed to do. It is not that you want to do anything here. It doesn't work here. Himalayas is all about living in this moment. For you to survive, for you to learn, for you to grow, the simple principle in Himalayas is only living in, they demand you to live in the present, to cope with the adaptance, they test your acceptance, adaptance. Only the one who survived will survive here. Whether it is environment around you, terrain around you, the challenges around you, how much so ever you come prepared, all your preparedness doesn't work. You will always be tested. Your cooking prepared, engineered cooking vessels to, engineered ingredients to, cooking team to, all our plannings to, everything will be tested. It only tests your patience, it tests our patience. If we can adapt and accept, then you will grow, we also grow. Thinking that, it should be like this, it should be like this. In Himalayas, it doesn't work. It is only appreciating whatever is happening in this. 130 we are supposed to have, but here in this high temperature you must have seen 2 degrees, 1 degree. It may go even minus. And when you have to cook the food for 50 people, 60 people, in an open environment like this, it is not a westernized, a kitchen that is prepared, so that can face, so winter very well prepared for the winter is coming, summer is coming. It is Himalayas. You can see where is their winter coming, their summer coming, preparedness. You go walk into their kitchen, you will see. What is their preparedness? Walk into a Western kitchen, you see. Walk into a monastery kitchen, you see. Oh my God, is this kitchen? Is it a dining hall? so also. So when we come from that part of the world, when we have to have our own cooking every day, so nothing moves as expected. A simple cooking time of 30 minutes goes into 2.5 hours. Easy to think that, oh my God, why it's so? Oh my God, you're looking at Himalayas make you stop looking at the watch first. If you watch your watch, you will never move in Himalayas. You have to forget. For a timeless journey, you have to forget about the time. They make you forget about the time. It can be your journey on the way. It can be your preparedness of Homataila and nutrition. Everything will test. But the one who keeps smiling, whatever it is, he will keep smiling like these lamas. Simple principle is, keep smiling. You keep smiling at everything what you see. You keep smiling like these lamas. And you will leave this place smiling, and after leaving this place also you will smile. But if you don't learn to smile now, you will never learn to smile. This is a place that teaches us to smile. You can see here, people live here smile. You observe the native people. If at all someone is frowning, it is the people come from other areas in India employed here. All those emotions use. But not the original people. Original people here, they smile. They will have that warmthness. They have that humility, they have that compassion. Even in a midnight, the native people are ready to serve. Their village can come. Their village knows us very well. So now it's a time for us to reflect upon what these sacred blessings is. Feel honored. We should not remember always. The Himalayas is only a testimony of selflessness. Here, this is a place where you should never be indebted. Everything. So we have to. Automatically Himalayas make you. Otherwise you can't conduct anything. You can't survive. It's highly, so you have to become zero in all respects here in the Himalayas. That's the fundamental principle of it. Your patience, your money, your wealth, everything will be tested. Not only for you, for us, at all levels. That's how they are. That is the secret of Himalaya. A time for us to go and have your lunch, delayed lunch. I decided by Himalayas. Feeling a blessing, because after taking the blessing, you are taking whatever you go back and take. Is like these sacred grains. Prasad. So take these sacred grains, keep in your bags. These are protection. So they left in this. So before you leave, so come here, inspect, take few grains, drop here and take these grains. So keep with you in your bag, so that your journey in Himalayas becomes. What they worship is food, grains. For you to survive, the barley is required, or wheat is required. So these are indigenous grain, barley and wheat mixed, sacred grain, what they grow here. Have these and go and have. We meet, we prepare for our program slowly, coping with the environment and exigencies in your rooms. all those hotels where you stayed special. The district collector himself involved in arranging. A special transformer is connected only to your exclusive to your home. That the power fluctuations you will not do. Otherwise, you put on a geyser and power goes. Still, in this kind of the continuous power in summer, impossible in Himalaya, because the district collector, administration level, so many officials involved in this, because of their Himalayas blessing us, they have their blessings. Everyone is trying for us, for our journey to be smooth. Understand? So still you may have, we have to adjust. Understand? That's what Himalayas demand. Keep smiling, whatever it is. And have patience for everything. Don't react bad, reacting. Only Guru can raise his voice, can raise his hand. You go into the temple. Only Bodhisattvas have that. Our volunteers already have a hard time. One is coping with the more than jet lag, altitude lag. So, plus demanding environment, working. We expected our nutrition truck to arrive 3 days back, but it arrived yesterday night. So yesterday we could serve you only one drink, morning nutrition. That is a nutrition which is packed for your travel. So it arrived yesterday night. So today morning, yesterday night itself it is unloaded, and today morning, then it could, your nutrition prepared for this, so the courses could be made available for you. So today at least 3 or 4 doses you can afford to cope with. So as you expected, it did not arrive, the truck or. So whatever your preparedness, it is always tested at all levels. So knowing this, it will help you. Hetu, there is a Buddha of Hetu, means the Buddha who explains the reason, the logic. You go back into the temple and you again observe. That teaching follows strictly all those, that is called a tradition. You go into the main temple, observe. You understand each, the Sanskrit word written in English, but the meaning of it in Sanskrit, it is not written there. Hetu. So all those emotions, the names of each Buddha, which is a part of teaching. So to learn, to know what is a Lama like, Guru is like. They are all called Gurus, they are called Bodhisattvas. So, explaining you about, even without explanation, you are a great student if you understand it. Without explaining it, if you understand why nutrition was not served yesterday afternoon or night, without even being explained, if you understand, means you are really matured student. Even after explaining now also, if you don't understand, then you have to think about, you have to really think about. So, empathy, compassion, what the ultimate Buddha is, the Buddha of compassion. Om Mani Padme Hum. Avalokiteshvara, powerful mantra it is. It is all about compassion. So, thinking that everyone must have already put maximum effort. Despite or in spite of it, it happened means compassion. That will help you a lot. That will really help you. Otherwise, we are differently programmed in this world. We have come here to change in expression, program, default. We have many days to work, at least see in this warmthness you can experience. Because of this hall, how many people involved? The Lama himself supervised. So with this, behind every wood plank being placed down the floor, so many of our volunteers, their volunteers, in preparing these halls. Lama themselves, other than the Lama, other Lamas are surprising, is it the same temple? You can see, so they're surprised because they are entering into, is it the same temple that they have seen? So those who have come last year, so they would know the difference between last year and now this, what change in this hall, how this hall is transformed. So that Lama, the senior most Lama sitting there said, the in charge of the school premises, is personally supervising, sitting here, standing here day and night, engaging all the labor and carpenter, using, so even in arranging the cylinders for cooking, here, the tourist season, consumption increases the corruption. This consumption, the hotels now, they corrupt the Kaja administration for cylinders. Gas cylinders is a scarcity. You have seen from how many hundreds of kilometers they have to come here. There is a huge demand. So for us to arrange those many cylinders of the gas itself to allocate, even when Lama requests just the land, but now it is not the same situation. Even now Lama has to request. Because of the corruption by the consumption, by the private hotel. They can corrupt because for them it is day-to-day business it is. Now it is a hard season for them. I told you, you have only listened, but you have witnessed how many bikes are coming, how many cars are coming. Practically. Everything is difficult, challenging. Yet, undeterred, and we should keep smiling and we should serve our mission. We should keep going ahead, whether we have a breakfast or not. Say whatever happens, but we should not stop. We should continue our journey. Just smile. Understand that. Not that everyone here, putting their utmost effort, understand. The volunteers team arrived a couple of days back itself. Okay? Things can happen. Keep smiling. Adapt. And whatever is advised is in our own interest. Please follow it. Don't look for in Himalayas, in these monks or lamas. You have seen no lama comes and corrects who is taking a selfie. Even in the temple you go. They leave to your own karma. Understand? So that's how the lamas work. For them, that's why it takes years for them to grow to that level. So those who follow them, naturally they will become. So the self-correction is the self-realization is called self-actualization. Don't look for anyone to correct you or suggest you or inform you anything. Be self-motivated, self-disciplined. And don't allow, unlike lamas, don't be kind to your roommate, not allowing him to do any karma. Here these people, they are, because those who are coming, they know. That's why they don't even. But you see, a boy whom I saw the last year, very naughty. Now this is a boy serving the main lama. Today when we went, so disciplined. Just within 1 year I have seen so much transformation in that boy. So that is the way the lamas motivate, because their simplicity. Be self-motivated. Be positive. Keep smiling. It will help you enormously. Now it is 3:45. At 4 o'clock we will have lunch. The time expected. They don't want to even talk also. You have seen. Expected they will deliver few words at least. They just simply do their job. Silence is their language. Just come. They do their job. They blessed us all with out of so much blessing they have given us, so much protection they have given us. But yet, no expectation was. Not even a word. So they silently came, silently left. They only smiled. So there's so much to learn from. This is my first interaction. I understand the pain you have taken in coming here. I'm not taking anything granted. What that goes behind in terms of money, so many things you have to manage. That's what Himalayas did. And all that we have to forget and work here. Like they have all forgotten everything, their legacy, their family, their rich or poor. They all have grown. So one among them are the second sibling of a king. One among them is the second sibling of a pauper in the village. But they grow in equal respect and they grow, both become the same Lama. Where it is a king sibling, where it is a down community without any money. A sibling here, once they become Lama, they grow. They forget. They brought up itself makes them forget. But it takes long time for them. It's a Mahayana. If you want to achieve that choicelessness, growing beyond our status and egoless of within short span of time, these explanations would help us. So the powerfulness of the Nigma is achieving enlightenment in one lifetime is maturing to that level. How quickly we mature to that level, how quickly selflessly we grow, how quickly we go beyond choices. It is in our hands to realize. The realization still is actualization. Let's go. So have my family is here attending this. My wife and her siblings. So, as you have seen, the Lamas told your family, it is a Tibetan tradition. So when as a Lama, because other people get afraid. Suppose our family members come to the dining hall. You won't feel, oh, Guruji's. It will create a big resistance in you, consumption in you, unnecessary tension in you. You will lose your naturalness. This is the reason for the Lamas, it is in Tibetan tradition. That's why this space, in fact they made this space for our family to see. So it is the Lama's arrangements, it is not our arrangements, for your information. As per them, because it is their terrain, we should respect them. As per them, made these provisions from who has to enter from where, having travelled, having worked in monasteries. I know already, I told. So this entrance has to be family, student. And the food has to be supplied. Guruji family or Guru separate, Lama separate. It is not for any privilege, it is only to help, for you to feel free, to eat. or when you consume. Otherwise, being observed by a Guruji family member means, you try to act. That will take away. It will increase your oxygen consumption. Again, as this altitude sickness, not at all good. Not a privilege, actually, it is. That's why you will see in entire history, Guru Mata or Guru or Guru. So, it is for that. Wife, yesterday we were coming. We have been traveling. You have seen my photos of Himalaya for last 1 week or so. Heavily. Like you have traveled from a long distance from America and they traveled quite long. We all had sleepless nights, hoping. But yet, neither my family fell sick, nor there is a consciousness, full of consciousness helps. Your conscience helps. So I can stand here teach another 12 hours. I am not complaining you about altitude or any sickness or anything. So when some volunteer says, I am experiencing very weakness, sir, I don't have any energy. Even yesterday night I must have landed, but I had all energy. I only went to the sleep around 1 o'clock in the night after finishing, after shifting my room, settling down, and after arranging the things. Not I am trying to tell you something great. It is only a zero resistance. Preparedness. So, you have been given in time to adapt. Please consume nutrition. Now it is available. It is a design so that you will not have dizziness. I have already alerted you how heart races to pump. The blood tries to go to the head, create the pressure here. So we have to draw it down. That's why the special nutrition is prepared for you. Adding very expensive kelp extract, so that the motion will be free. Otherwise, in this environment, the first thing is everything gets blocked. So we already learned to everything clear. Yes, so the nutrition helps you enormously, that you will not have any difficulty. Our Dr. Ramya Rathod is there, volunteers are there. So each one of your hotel has respective volunteers. Will tell you about pre-course discourse after you have lunch. I heard 1.5 hours you are taking because now you carry your own. And you have stand in queue. So you serve yourself, you go, you wash your plate. Like alarm, water is too cold. Wish some warm water would have been provided. What to do is now what woman here in Tibet, how she is cleaning you will understand. Apply the cream immediately. We have some cream, so sunscreen, all weather protection cream I would say now. Because now it is gloomy here. Now if I say it is UV protecting skin, sir, now what is the need you will say? Now all weather protecting lotion, so we have prepared. So maybe it has to be filled and given to you. So you apply immediately after washing. So it will protect your joints, it will protect your skin. Because the moment you wash, within no time you feel the hand being freezed. Very small detail, you have gone into even scrubbing pad we kept, even towel we kept. But we have not kept a warming pad. So that after washing, you plug in and maybe in the dining hall we could have kept a couple of many, now 6, so heaters like in international so, airport terminals, you will feel, you find those warmers. So after washing the hands, maybe next time when you come, you will find. Understand all it is. It's each step you go. So we have taken care to that. Somehow Himalayas always. Everything it will be. So to what extent we can cope? That Lamaji, with great difficulty you could provide. You can see, wash basins are new. Everything is new. So be grateful to that Lamaji, the last Lamaji. How blessed to use them. I'm blessed by Allah. Let's go. See you again. 1.5 hours means now it's 10 to 4. It's around 5:30. We meet around 7 o'clock. Is that okay? So I will explain about how the course, what arrangements, what precautions. Normally our volunteers will give you pre-course. This course means what precautions you have to follow, what to do, what not to do. This time, Anna's Bhushan is a very good, for any pre-course discourse she used to give. She experienced it very well, so that we have prepared a pre-course kind of, what information to be passed on. So here, someone wanted to give a pre-course discourse. Then I asked, where is your draft? Where is the draft? It is not some talk. Pre-course discourse is a preparedness for what can be expected, how to cope with what challenges, how to make our course smooth. Then tomorrow we will start our official journey. Tomorrow morning onwards. You are all ready? So then we will start. So your mobile phone still functioning, isn't it? So they will function till tomorrow. So tomorrow you wait for a message, so where our people come and hand over your SIM cards. Your heart stops first. It's not because tum practice, Let's go. We are preparing so that heart will not stop. So let's go have our lunch. See you again at 7 o'clock for our pre-course discourse. Introducing you, your volunteers and your hotel, what volunteers will do, what as students you are supposed to do, what as students you are not supposed to do. So for your own progress in the meditation, that I brief you like a volunteer in every monastery, wherever. I used to give it to the students, but today. So normally the volunteer who has to do it, experienced volunteer. But now when I look at an experienced volunteer, I'm not looking at that level of preparedness of where a mentor or a volunteer can yet give you that kind of guidance or guidelines about, so about the next, your preparedness for the next 10 days. That's why for this course you are special, because in Himalayas I don't want to take a chance. Last time itself I have taken a chance. So that's why I will explain you how our journey can be smooth at 7 o'clock. Till then, so just we pay respect to the head, we bow down, and we go. So we can go now, slowly, go into the dining hall, have your lunch, we go into our rooms, we meet here 7 o'clock. Any program, if any change is there in the time, you will get a message on your mobile phone. Stay in touch with your mobile phone, so that time to time get the information. This environment, that is the easy way to get communicated. Thank you all for coming. Please adjust, cope with, and we will have, blessed by the Lamas, hopefully, fruitful journey. See you again at 7 o'clock.